Hey there, Scrap and Ames fans, and Happy New Year! We are into 2018. It is New Year's Day here in lovely Oz. We've got a nice, ripper of a day here, actually. It's quite sunny and nice. And yeah, I am back with my first Project Life spread for this year. So I am actually documenting Father's Day from 2016. So maybe a little bit behind, but that's okay. At least it's getting done. I am using, at the moment, what you can see there is my Kitaholic kit from September, I think, last year, which had a heap of Father's Day stuff from the Kaiser Craft collection. The name evades my memory right at the minute. If you're curious, let me know in the comments and I will dig it out of my stash and let you know, if I still have the packaging, what it is. Again, another very photo heavy Project Life spread, and I think for most of the time my Project Life spreads are pretty full of photos, and that's why it's a Project Life spread. Usually if I've only got a few photos, I've been sort of leaning towards doing a 12 by 12 layout just to and a multi-photo one. So yeah, so they are generally lots of photos. So I'm just using a mix of the printables that came that month with the kit, as well as some from that collection, the die cut collection, to embellish, that word just went mind blank, embellish my page. So as you can see, it's lots of dark colours, lots of cogs and that sort of browny, rusty kind of look, which I did struggle to use at the time, and hence why there's probably so much of it left. But yeah, I am using it up slowly. I even think I pull out the kit from the year before that has little bits and pieces of it still left. So yeah. Anyway, I hope everyone had a great start to the new year. I managed to stay up to just after midnight, so I at least saw that come in. It was a bit of a struggle. I was dozing off. But if you did have a bit of a party and you had some fun, I hope your head doesn't hurt too much this morning. And yeah, all was safe. So don't know about anyone else. I didn't do the New Year's resolution thing, but I have done some goals for this year for our family as well as personal. So let me know what some of your goals. They don't have to be scrappy related, but what sorts of things have you come up with? Like mine are sort of health and a lot of self-care, well, not a lot, but some self-care things that I need to work on. So yeah, and I do, part of that self-care is making enough time for my scrappy adventures as well. One of my things is to go on a spending freeze. Oh my God, help me. Please let there be no good collections between now and mid-year. I'm thinking I'm going to have a 6-month spending freeze, except for, adhesives and all the necessities. I mean, everything's a necessity when it comes to scrapbooking, but you know what I mean. So I have to avert my eyes when I get emails from scrapbook.com and that to not look at what's on sale. Oh dear. Anyway, so that's one of my things. Just because I do have a lot in my stash as such, I think I have enough for the moment. I'm getting my kits each month and that should top me up. So, unless there's something really, really, really good, as in it's a really good price and things, I am going to plan to try and not spend for the next few months on scrappy items. Fingers crossed. Has anyone else done that? Has anyone decided that part of their goals for the start of the new year is a scrappy, spending freeze? Let me know how you think you're going to go. That would be, we can all be miserable together when we see things that we can't buy or not wanting to buy. But yeah, so done a lot of that. And as I said in my past video, I think that I have some new ideas for some series for my channel, which should hopefully keep things interesting for you guys that subscribe, bring in some new subbies, as well as keep me motivated as well. Because sometimes, we can get a bit monotonous in our scrapbooking and crafty adventures, and we get a little bit, lose that mojo. So I'm hoping to keep my going and spark yours and provide you some inspiration. If there's anything you want to see in the new year, let me know. But my plan is to alter my schedule a little bit. So I plan to have a video on Tuesdays, which is going to be called Challenge Tuesdays, so where I pick a challenge from all the different challenge sites that come up, and do just one of those. I'm thinking of doing an art journal Friday, or it's Arty Friday or something. I'm going to call it something funky maybe, because I want to get back into my art journal, but I'm finding I sort of wasn't dipping into it not dipping into it very much. So I think if I have a series, that'll get me going on my art journal page and help me to step out of my comfort zone as well, because I think my art journaling can be a bit scary for me, because I'm not that sort of out there mixed media messy kind of girl, but I really want to be. So yeah, and then Saturday or Sundays, one or the other, I'm having my Plan with Ames series. So I did do one last night, but it goes for like 40 minutes, and it's live, so I can't really I suppose I'll probably edit it and voice over it, but it's a bit late now. It's Monday. If you do want to see that video, even though it's late, and not, I don't think, great, because, as I said, it's back to creative planning and stuff, I like to call it, and it's my first week back into doing it. I haven't done it for over 12 months, so, yeah, I don't know. I'm not planning on putting it up for you, hence why it hasn't gone up yet. But I'm thinking of starting definitely all of this as of for sort of next week, once the new year really has kicked in and everyone's back into the swing of things. So, and then in between, I'll chuck up some of these like Project Life albums, spreads, 12x12 layouts when I've got them. So yeah, but yeah, let me know any feedback, things that you might want to see and done, or how, when's the best time to upload videos for you to share with you. Do you have a particular time that you go, yep, that's my YouTube binge watching time? And yeah, anyway, so just let me know. I'm always keen to change things around, if to suit everyone as best as I can. All right, so now back to my spread. I've skipped along a little bit, sorry about that. Now what you can see in front of me is three type of Father's Day collections. 2 of the Kitaholic Kits ones that I said I had, and that red coloured one down in that bottom like left is one. It's like Bella Die Cuts or something it's called, I think. I picked it up from Kaiser Craft ages ago. They had a father's one and a mum one, so I picked up both. Not Kaiser Craft, sorry, from Spotlight. I'm a bit obsessed with Kaiser at the moment. Yeah, so that's those 3. And I think you can still get that one at Spotlight if you're interested. I think I've seen it a few times there. So, yeah. But yeah, just embellishing this photo here with some of those bits and pieces. I'm just popping on that white piece you see me playing with is a acrylic heart from Corbett Creations. And I just wanted to add it in. It just didn't quite look finished, those 2 sort of little clusters. So now I'm happy with it. Now, again, I have my little one home with me. It is Monday, it's public holiday. But yes, so Daddy is out at golf and we are home together. So I just wanted to get this video done, and I might get it uploaded today. So you've got a new video to start the new year. So if you can hear her playing in the background, just roll with it. Oh, I do add something in that bit to finish it, sort of that little cluster there. I think it's a little blue sequin star. Yeah, there you go. Done, done, done. Now, what you would have seen at the beginning and now is, yeah, I turned it off because I was trying to find all the right thickers for this, is I did go through and cut all my photos down on this prior to turning the camera on, as well as the pieces I was going to use, the pattern paper pieces and whatnot I was using for my Project Life cards, like the filler cards and that title card and things like that. So that was already pre-done. I usually save you the hassle of, watching me do it all, especially when the videos can be long enough. But I did all that early on. I think too, I had sat down to try, and now I've got a 2016 album to finish off 2016's stuff. I had to stop scrapping it because I was running out of space. I didn't have another folder, and I brought one on Boxing Day when I went to the Boxing Day sales. So now I'm going to go through my container of photos and finish off 2016. So it is done and dusted completely. Yeah, and then continue to work on 2017 and 2018. Yeah, it's lots of fun. So although in 2017 I didn't, last year I didn't do, oh, that's weird. I didn't try and do a weekly project life, whereas the year before I wanted to try that out. And it's a lot of work when you're just sort of squishing in time, and we don't have that much in exciting lives to put in photos. So, I mean, it did prompt me to try and find all that sort of good and do those sorts of things. But yeah, last year it just wasn't quite enough time to do it all. Hence why 2016 I think is behind. So catching up 2017 won't be too hard because I've just printed off, and I've done some things you would have seen me do already, like holidays and stuff I might have done already, is already in the album, especially if I've used some photos for a specific scrappy challenge. So yeah, and then 2018 begins. Alright, so just popping now. I think this wood veneer heart actually is a random one I found floating in my drawer. It's come out of its packet. And I actually think it's from Flutter by Designs collection, the Flawsome one. I'm pretty certain just the way it's sort of sitting, it doesn't match any of my other wood veneer hearts. So I think that's where it's from. These black sequins also came with last year's September kit, and that's why I'm sort of trying to use them. Everything coordinates obviously really well in the kits, as I've said before. So when I was pulling this out, I thought, oh, I'm going to try and remember what was left in it. Was it packed into it, so I could try and make sure everything was coordinated really well. Now I do fuss around, I think, a little bit here with the arrow, as silly as it sounds, because I don't want it to cover it in too much. Alright, and this is just what we call a filler card, where it doesn't have any journaling on it. It's not a title piece. It's just, you know, fill in the gaps, I guess. Now that's just a bit of yellow craft foam that I get in sheets from my local cheapie shop. I think it comes in packs of 6, I think. And I actually think I'm due to buy more. Yeah, so I'm just popping that up. It just adds a bit of dimension to my card there. Oh, sorry, too late at night. Not built for late nights anymore. Too old. Just filling in that. Filling that in a little bit. Actually, I think that bottom piece is not a cog from that Hazer Craft collection. I think it's from the bottom left collection that I picked up at Spotlight. I was trying to lift that up. Didn't work. Oh well. Just got to roll with it. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Oh, no, that didn't stay where I wanted it to. What am I doing? Fussing around. Fussing around. Hoping to get in some more scrappy time today before I go back to work tomorrow. Boo-hoo. So, fingers crossed for that. As I said, if I can get my new series, plural, up and running this week, I will do that. So, like, I might have an art journal for Friday. And as I said, I had a planner video done, but it's just too long and I wasn't happy with it. So I thought, nah, I didn't upload it yesterday, so I'm just going to leave it. And I'm not sure if any of the challenges will be out yet for me to, on their blogs and, you know, so forth, pages, Facebook pages, but I will have a look today. And if there is, as I said, I might get those 2 up this week and just hold off to planner 1 till next week. So yeah, definitely stay tuned after this video. You will see them up and running. And there might be weeks where there's a cluster of, you know, extra sort of videos like this one. And then there might be weeks where it's just the 3. It just depends on how much scrappy time I get in, how I'm feeling, those sorts of things. I will try and, you know, if I'm scrapping on the lounge, I can't film anything. It's too hard. So I try to take some photos for my blog. So if you're also not following me over there, jump over to my blog. It's scrappinaims.wordpress.com.au, I think. And yeah, and I usually put posts up there as much as I can, and also on my Instagram page, which is just the same again, scrappin_aims. So yeah, but that is my goal for this year, at least. So this little filler card, this face is, face shape, whatever, has been sitting in that collection for a little while now. And that and the bow tie, I was like, how am I going to use these? Like, not how, but yeah. I was like, man, I don't know if I like them. Anyway, I just thought these would make the perfect, different, funny kind of looking filler card. So that's what I've done here. So I do this and the bow tie, but then I don't like the way the bow tie sits, so I twist it around. But I thought, you know what, why not? In that range is a mix of sort of your suit and tie dads as well as your handyman dads. So it's good that way. Suits, ties, you can see footballs and saws and all those sorts of things there. So it's a bit versatile for all kinds of dads. Don't know if I add anything else. What am I doing? Oh, this might be, where I peel it off and I twist it around. It just didn't sit right. Either move it around or, it just didn't look right to me. Don't know why. It just looked too big for this face. I'm just fussing around to see if there's any more there that I can use. And in the end, I think I just go, nope, and add some, I think I add some black sequins to it just to tie that in with the rest of the sequins across the spread. That's what I'm doing. See? I did actually only finish this off a few days ago, so at least I can remember somewhat what I did, which is always a bonus. When I dig out videos that I haven't edited that's been sitting there for a few weeks, I usually forget what I've done. Alright, just gluing those up. I don't think I add any more there. Oh, that's right, I do my little white border. I decided to go with white instead of black just to make it step out a little bit more. I think if I put a black border, there's a lot of black on that page and it's such a sort of prominent colour, or dominant kind of colour, I guess. I don't know what the right word there might be, but, it really sort of sticks out, and being that there's a lot of black with the face and then the sequins, I just thought the white would just add a little pop to that filler card. Keep it all in and looking even. I have trouble, sometimes I smudge it. I forget that I've got to let this pen dry. This is the Uniball Signo, the white one, gel pen or whatever it's called. And I do find that it does smudge. You've got to give it a minute to sort of the ink to dry. So I had to go back over it in spots because I had actually smudged it. Now, I was going to leave these photos blank, but then I looked over the spread and went, oh, hang on a sec. I've sort of embellished everything. So just to sort of make it balanced. Hannah Bear, keep your voice down a bit for me, darling. Just to balance it all out, I figured they needed some sort of embellishing. Bleh. You're a bit crazy. It's just her and I at home for the next little while. Her sister will be back shortly from her friend's place. So that should make for an interesting afternoon. At times the girls don't always get along the best, but yeah. So how much I actually do get done this afternoon will be interesting to see. Might be able to coax both of them into sitting down and having some craft time. Or kick them outside, one or the other. Alright, so I'm just adding this big piece here. It says, as you can see, it says My Hero. And the O had come off, so that's okay. I just popped it back on and tried to cover up as such where it had cut off or split from the other bits. And it's not too noticeable, which is good. So do I add more to this? I don't know. Yeah, no, I leave it because of that big sort of, the big word, the big phrase there. Alright, last photo for the spread. I'm pretty certain I add some little bits to it. Just having a look at what will fit. without sort of taking over too much of the photo is always my thought. I don't want it to take away from the picture. Just jazz it up a little bit, really, is the point of embellishing them to me, and to make them, you know, pretty. So my video is nearly at an end. As I said, I'm going to upload this straight away today. So you will have this sometime later this afternoon, which is Monday. And then, as I said, I will do my best. I might try and do an art journal one today. Not an art journal, one for tomorrow. I need to have a look and see if there's any challenges out already that I can do. And if so, then that will kickstart my new series is off. But yeah, if there's anything you want me to show you, tell you, whatever, ask away in the comments and I will do my best. And again, if you've got any feedback on my videos or something, just let me know if they're too long, if they're too short. Yeah, I'm not always sure how to make them. Like this one's a 20-minute one. Sometimes I try and make them shorter without taking away from sort of the process. But yeah, so as I said, this one's nearly done. The video actually cuts off and then you get some close-ups anyway. So once again, thank you so much for watching and stopping by. I love that you guys are enjoying my work. It's always nice to see new subscribers and some likes on things. But yeah, and if you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button so you can stay up to date. Check out my blog and my Instagram, and I will see you very shortly in my next video. Thanks for watching, guys, and Happy New Year.